Hello everybody, yes, I'm booting back into DOS, and today we're going to be maxing out DosUAE. There was quite a few questions in the comments on the previous video, and if you haven't watched the previous video that I did on DosUAE, I recommend you check that out first because I explain a lot of stuff in that. This isn't really a tutorial, this is just a nice quick video where we're just going to be stressing out DosUAE. So what are we going to be doing first? Well, I've now learned how to actually exit out this program, and you hold down the home key and press the escape key and you get back into the prompt. So that's nice and easy, and I'm so glad that we can now do that. First off, I think I need to do a very important thing that I'm surprised nobody has asked me to do yet, and that is to run sysinfo. With memory, we've got the maximum amount of fast memory, and the chip memory is 2 megabytes, and we're running an O20 processor with an FPU. There's no JIT compiler in this version of DosUAE. As well, the ROM that we've got, well, I'm going to try something. We're going to run the Workbench 3.2 ROM and see if this works. So the other thing as well is going into other settings and setting the CPU emulation. Now for the fastest speed and not sort of like focusing on the chipset, you want to press 1 for emulation speed. So there we go, CPU is going to be as fast as possible. So I've got everything ready, I'm just going to save settings and then we're going to run UAE. So as we can see, it's booting up. That's a good sign that the Workbench 3.2 kickstart is working, but the most important thing is clicking that speed. And after some time you can see that we're getting 4.35 MIPS, and we're pretty much the equivalent of an A3000 at 25 megahertz. Nothing to be sniffed at, that's pretty good speed. So we'll quit out of that, and the next thing we're going to do, because we can press home and F1, we can get back into our options. So what we're going to do, well, actually I'm going to do home and quit and then actually load up UAE again, so we're complete fresh and we've got all our settings. Let's just remove that disk when we're finished with sysinfo. And somebody asked in the comments saying, actually I would have loved you to have loaded up Workbench, and yeah, you're right, I should have loaded up Workbench, but I'm going to go one step further. We're going to try a hard drive installation of Workbench 3.2. If I go under hard drive settings, then go to add a hard file. I've already made a hard drive file in WinUAE, so that's all been set up and everything, and all we're going to do is we're going to add that. So if we go to add hard file, it's called test3. I made a few of them. This is important. It's asking us questions about the number of sectors. When you're in WinUAE, there's a couple of settings on the right hand side. I'm just showing you here now. What you need to do is choose the middle one first, then the top one, so that's 1, and then the bottom number, the reserve blocks, is 2. There we go, that is now added. So we can escape back out of that. Let's save our settings again, and then let's see if it boots up. And there we go, pretty good. And as you can see, yeah, we've got Workbench 3.2, and this seems pretty snappy. This looks pretty good. We can go to show config. That shows us all what we've got set up. So yeah, we've got 8 megabytes of fast and 2 megabytes of chip, and this is a very capable, usable machine really. And remember, we're still in DOS. So one of the things that I made sure was that the image that I used wasn't pretty big. It's only 16 megabytes. I did try transferring a 300 megabyte file, and DOS just was really slowing down in using that. So remember to keep your hard drive sizes minimum. You can press home and F1 to go back into the settings. We can reset UAE if we want. We can go into the other settings. Now the settings here are a little bit more limited. They're not like the full settings that we had before. Now you're probably asking, what is the spec of the machine that you're running in WinBox for 86 box? Well, I'll let you have a look, and it's nothing too special, but what I've gone with instead of a Pentium was an AMD K6 running at 166 megahertz, and that seems to be a nice good speed, 64 megabytes RAM. Hope you enjoyed this December video, and if you like to check out more Amiga stuff, then have a look at all my other videos. Take care everybody, see you in another video.